Hey YouTube, this video is going to be on how to look like you've had 8 hours sleep even if you didn't. I am in front of my makeup table right now, still playing with my lighting, but I hope you can see what I'm trying to do in this video. I will zoom in and you can see I have no makeup on whatsoever. I do have some darkness here up under my eyes. And my skin is a little bit uneven. So what my plan is to sort of brighten up the skin, brighten up under the eyes, and give the eyeshadow look is going to be a little bit bright, just so I look nice and fresh and like I'm ready for the day, even if I am not. So the first thing I'm going to do, and I have everything in a little basket right here if you hear that noise, is I'm going to sort of try to brighten up my complexion before I put my foundation on. And what I'm going to use is a L'Oreal product. It is the Spackle Tinted Under Makeup Primer, and it is in the color Champagne. So this should give a little bit of a glow to my skin. And let me zoom out. Right now I have on, my skin looks a little shiny, but it doesn't feel oily. I have on the Tarte Maracuja oil. So I am going to take just a little bit of that on the back of my hand to put on my face. And this is going to be a talk through, so I hope it's not too long. I may try to speed up portions of the video. So hopefully this will work up under the foundation that I'm going to use and make me look a little bit more lively than I look right now. Okay, so since that is in, I am going to let that sit for a few minutes. I am going to grab my mirror here, and the next thing that I am going to do is to fill in my brows. There will be no shaping of the eyebrows today. I'm just going to fill them in, and I am going to use the IT Cosmetics Brow Power eyebrow pencil. And I need to be a little closer so you can see. So it has the spoolie on this end, and I'm just going to just groom them a little bit. Then I'll use the other end to sort of fill them in. And this is what I normally do on a regular basis. I normally don't go through all of that shaping and sculpting of the brow. I just usually fill them in. And I hope I'm not cut off. My skin feels really good, but the lights are making me look really shiny. And I may speed this part of the video up, but I just basically want to give my brows a little more shape and just make them a little more darker so they appear to be more full than they really are. And that is one brow down and one brow to go. And I usually do a line at the top and a line at the bottom, and then sort of just go in like this and fill it in. Alright, so brows are done, and I feel like I look a little more human already. The next thing I'm going to try is not really a new product. Okay, let me pull this out. Not really a new product to me, but I haven't really used it much. And this is just sort of to sort of brighten and sort of hydrate my under eyes. And I'm going to put, I think, a concealer on top of it. This is Malley's Ultimate Performance Brightener and Hydrator. And of course I got this from QVC. It came in a set of 2. And I will just, it has a little doe foot applicator on it, like that. So I will use my mirror again, and I'll just put like a dot, just a little dot here and one here. And I also have that little eyeglass thing right there. And we will just blend it in and see how that works. And keep in mind, this is just a base for the rest of what I am going to do. This looks really light right now, but I am going to be covering it with a concealer. She also has a product called the, you can still see my dark circles a little bit, but it does work for moisturization. She also has the under eye brightener, the Sunshine in the Jar, but I wanted to try this other one. It's supposed to be a little bit different. Okay, so since my primer has had time to set, I am going to use my foundation. And what I am going to use today is the Ready Set Gorgeous Fresh Complexion Oil Free Foundation. And my color is 315. And I will just put a little bit on the back of my hand. I don't want a whole lot of foundation, so that's all I'm going to put on the back of my hand. And I usually just do the little dotting method, and then I'll take my e.l.f. Powder brush, the e.l.f. powder brush, and just blend it in. And this foundation I like a lot. It is pretty full coverage for what it is. And you don't need a whole heck of a lot of it. And I like the fact that this one is a pretty good match for my skin. And the wind is blowing so extremely hard right now. I'm trying to remember to blend it up into the hairline. Okay, so I have here the Shea Moisture Illuminating Powder that I am just going to use, and my battery is going to die, so 1 second while I change the battery. So as I was saying, I am going to use the Shea Moisture Illuminating Powder just as a all over sort of setting powder and brightener, and just sort of dab it lightly all over my face. So foundation is done, and what I am going to do next, I just dropped my brush, sorry. What I'm going to do next is go under my eyes once again. I am going to use the LA Girl Pro Conceal HD Concealer, and I'm using it in the color Fawn. And I will take this Tarte brush, and I think it is a concealer brush. I think it is, just to blend it in. And let's just squeeze a little bit. Actually, I won't use the brush. I'll just sort of put some on my finger, and then I'll blend it. And if we can get a little more, I see a little bit of a difference in my complexion. I hope I'm not looking too orange. This is what I don't like. My biggest problem is that I tend to blend concealers away instead of just blending them in. So we will stop right there. And I will use one of my one of my mineral veils as a setting powder, and this is the Bare Minerals 5-in-1 BB Advanced Mineral Veil. And I will just take the little powder brush from like the under eye setting brush from, shoot, I can't find it, from Real Techniques. One second, I want my, okay, so I found it. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that, pat some on my hand because there's way too much on here, and just sort of set my concealer. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to do, since I have some darkness that sort of affects the way my eyeshadows look, it makes it look, I feel like I don't blend my shadows in sometimes. I'm going to take another Laura Geller product. You need to put the stuff back as you use it. And this is a eye primer, but because it is slightly pigmented, it should take out some of the color. And this is the Waterproof Eye Spackle from Laura Geller. And this comes in skin tones, and mine is in medium deep. So it's one of those click up pans once again. And I will just sort of do this and then blend it in with my finger. So this is like my eye base and concealer. I mean, eye base and eye primer all at the same time. So you can sort of see the difference in my eyelids now. You can see this eye looks a lot brighter than this eye. So let's click up a little more. Okay, so you can sort of see the difference in the lids, and I feel like I look a little bit more awake already. So the next thing I am going to use is my shadows. And let's grab my eyeshadow brushes. It's like I have a group of my favorite brushes just here, and I just grab them. And I'm going to use the Wet n Wild Sparkle Till Morning palette. This is one of their older palettes, but I think that if you go to All Cosmetics Wholesale, it is still available. So what I am going to do first is to put a little bit of color in the crease, and I'm going to use this crease color here because it's not too dark, so my eye look won't come out too dark. And using my mirror again, we would just go into the crease here, just back and forth, windshield wiper motions. And this will be my transition slash, no, it's not even really a transition, it's just a crease color. Alright, so crease color is down. I look a little more awake already, I think. And yeah, here we go. The next color I am going to use is this eyelid sort of bronzy gold color, and it will be used on the eyelid. I know sometimes with these palettes we put colors in different places than they recommend, but I think that one is pretty spot on. And just hopefully this is serving to sort of brighten up the eyelid a little bit. Okay, so that is done. And I will use, I don't like really that define a color in that palette, so I am going to grab over here for my good old Standby Sonia Kashuk and just take my little double-ended Mally brush, and I'm going to go into this color right here, I think. Is that dark enough? Let's try it out and see. I want it to be fresh. I don't want it to be too dark, so we'll see. And just sort of go here just to give it just a little, yeah, that's good. Just a little definition. And we'll just blend it slightly. Alright, so the brow bone and we will do a little bit of an inner corner, and we'll use this color here, or I will use, we are not doing this, I am. Just go here just a little bit. Don't want to overdo it, just want it to look a little bit brighter in that inner corner. And I'm going to use this same color as that makes me look a little brighter. I'm going to use that same color as a brow bone color, even though it's a bit sparkly. Alright, so that is that, and that will be my eyeshadow placement. I'm just trying to look fresh and not overly done. I am going to put, and I want a sort of brown liner, and I did not grab it, so one second. Okay, so another trick that I know everybody knows to make you look a little bit more wide awake, because I feel like the inner rims look a little red, is I am going to use a liner on my waterline that looks a little bright, and it is the Rimmel Scandalized waterproof eyeliner, and this is in the color Nude, and I know everybody has seen that. So I won't overdo it, but I do want to put just a little here. And then I am, with that done, going to take a bronze liner and line my lower lash line. We will not be putting liner on the top. And this is a Bare Minerals Big and Bright eyeliner, and the color is bronze, if I didn't say. I didn't want to use black because black seems like it would be a little bit too harsh for what I'm trying to achieve. So we will go with the bronze here. And it looks like I attempted to line my waterline. And this too is because I know I'm going to hit that lower lash line with mascara and sort of mess it up. So I want to put a little bit of something in so it sort of makes it look like I meant to do it that way. Okay, so we are going to use mascara. On the lower lash line, I am going to use the It Cosmetics Tight Line mascara. If you haven't seen that, the brush is micro mini, so it is really good at getting, it's really a primer, eyelash primer, but it's black, so I use it as a mascara. So we will make faces and I know I'm doing this rather backwards, but I feel like the top lashes we will use my favorite mascara, which is the Mally Volumizing Mascara. And I absolutely love, especially when I open a fresh tube of it. I think this one has been open for about a week, but this stuff is the best. And I think my son is leaving and going to work and not saying goodbye because he knows I'm doing a video, so he is not going to knock on the door. I would kind of rather he did, but okay. I think I'm gonna go on. Nah, we'll leave well enough alone. So that is my, grabbing a wipe here. Grab two for some reason. That is the eyes. I feel like I need to go back under this one a little bit more. I feel like I have more on one eye than I do the other one. Sorry. Okay, so we'll leave well enough alone. Alright, this is going to be a long ass video, but the next thing I am going to do to make me look nice and fresh is to put on a blush and a highlighter. And what I am going to use is Mally products as well, and this is her Shimmer Shape and Go set. I am not using the bronzer. I'm going to use the blush and the cream highlighter. Well, both of them are in stick form, and this is, what did she say? Glow Deeper is the name of the color. And we will just sort of dab it here on the cheeks. Hope you can see that. And then just sort of blend it in. Just bring a little bit more right there because I can't see it on my cheeks. Okay. Alright, so that is the blush, and we will use the highlighter, which looks like this. And I will try to be careful. And I'm sort of trying to blend them one into the other one. And put a little here. And we'll blend that in as well. I really got it on the tip of my nose, I think. And so the last thing that I am going to do here is just to put my lip color on, and I chose something really, really neutral. Did I use everything I had in here? And this is an old TSV product that I have, and this is the Marvelous Moxie double-ended lip gloss. And I'm just going to use this end right here. I don't want any shimmer. I just want a little bit of natural color on my lips. And I think that is it. I don't know if I overdid it. But I actually now, we need to do one more thing under the eyes. Because we done 3 things and this is ridiculous. But this is my favorite thing to do here. And really brightens up the under eye. And this is my Bare Minerals Stroke of Light. And we will see. And it usually helps me clean up. Let's just zoom back in real quick. It usually helps me clean up my foundation as well. And we are not in focus. Yeah, that makes me feel a lot better. I wonder if I probably could have gotten away with this without putting all that other stuff on, because this stuff is thebomb.com, and it always helps me get rid of the dark circles. I still got bags, but I don't have dark circles. Alright, so we will zoom back out, and my camera has so much makeup on it. I'm looking at the lens. The lens has so much makeup on it. I have to wipe it off on a regular. But I feel like now I look presentable. And I can go out in public without looking like I just did an all-nighter. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a good day. Bye.